Hi guys, so our video for today will be about the introduction on stoichiometry. Okay, so let's start. Now in this video, we are going to define a mole. So we are going to illustrate the Avogadro's number with examples, of course, and determine the molar mass of elements and compounds. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so have you bought things from the supermarket by the dozen? Or kahit anong binibili nyo? May it be fruits or vegetables in dozens. So in chemistry, in our subject, analogous to the term dozen is a mole. So mole, hindi yung nunal, but mole in chemistry, okay? So a dozen is to 12 pieces, right? So as a mole, it is a number called Avogadro's number, which is equal to 6.02 times 10 raised to 23, or raised to the power of 23. So a dozen is a collective term for 12 fruits or 12 eggs, whereas a mole, indicated by small letter n, is a basic measuring unit used to count numbers of particles such as atoms, ions, formula units, or molecules. So we have here 1 mole indicated by n is equal to 6.02 times 10 raised to 23 particles. Particles yung kanyang unit. So may it be atoms, ions, formula units, or molecules. So any, like 1 mole, for example, we have isang mole talaga is equivalent to 6.02 times 10 raised to 23. Kahit we have 1 mole of calcium or 1 mole of sodium, helium ba yun, or 1 mole of NaCl as a compound, or 1 mole of H2O as a molecule, still all of those having 1 mole is equivalent to 6.02 times 10 raised to 23. Okay? So 1 mole of any substance contains, again, 6.02 times 10 raised to 23 particles, which is the same as the number of atoms in 12 grams of carbon 12. Therefore, 1 mole of calcium, kung sa calcium, contains the same number of atoms as 1 mole of helium. Okay? So, again, we have 1 mole of sodium ions contains the same number of molecules in 1 mole of H2O. Again, sila lahat ay merong 1 mole. So, kapag merong 1 mole, they have 6.02 times 10 raised to 23 particles or atoms or ions. Ganon. The mass of 1 mole or 6.02 times 10 raised to 23 particles of a substance is called molar mass. Okay? Yung mass ng isang mole. Molar mass indicated by capital letter M or mm. Molar mass. Kasi minsan nagagamit yung capital M sa molarity. Molarity ba? Yeah. Molarity. Which is also equivalent to the molecular weight indicated by MW in grams. Okay. So, may similarity itong dalawa. So, we have here the table. It shows the relationship among mole, molar mass, molecular weight, and number of particles. Take note that these relationships are essential in stoichiometry. So we have to know all these terms. Now, talking about stoichiometry is the quantitative relationship of reactants and products in a chemical reaction. As we all know, chemical reaction composed of the reactants and the products. Okay? Now, based here in the table, the atomic mass refers to the mass of a single atom of an element. Okay? Makikita natin yan sa periodic table. Whereas, molecular weight refers to the total mass of the atoms in a molecule. So, if it is in a molecule, for example, in an H2O molecule or water molecule, H2, the 2 subscript there is indicated on the H, which is the hydrogen. So, meaning may dalawang atoms yung hydrogen. Okay? And then, we are going to multiply that to the atomic mass to get the molecular weight. So, halimbawa, hydrogen may 2 atoms sa water molecule. Imo-multiply natin siya sa atomic mass niya, which is 1. So, we have a molecular weight of 2. Okay, nakuha? So, yan. To get the molecular weight, again, you simply multiply the number of the atoms present in a molecule of a substance to the number of atoms. Okay? We are going to differentiate pala the molecular weight and the molar mass. Now, molecular weight, if we're going to have the equation, we have molecular weight equals the atomic mass multiplied to the number of atoms in a molecule, and the unit for the molecular weight is in grams. Take note for that. If you are tasked to get the molecular weight, indicate the final answer in grams. Now, talking about molar mass, molar mass is also having the same process. We are going to multiply the atomic mass with the atomic number of the number of atoms in a molecule, but then the unit is in grams per mole kasi nga molar na mass per mole, ganon. So grams per mole. Did you get it? So we will have example later. Okay, so for example, we are going to get the molecular weight of carbon 12. Atomic mass ni carbon. So we have here, isa lang yung, kasi walang subscript na nakalagay, so automatic 1 yan. Isang atom ng carbon 12. So we have here 1 atom, yan yung N mo, number of atoms mo yan. Syempre, isang mole yan. 1 mole pa rin yan ng carbon 12. So, 1 atom of carbon 12, multiply mo by the atomic mass niya, which is 12 grams, di ba? Ay, atomic mass niya is in atomic mass unit, also pwedeng ganon, pwede rin grams. So, we have 12 grams. So, this is the molecular weight of the carbon 12. If we say molar mass, same process pa rin. So, we have still 12, pero yung unit niya is grams per mole. Bakit per mole? Kasi isang mole lang din yung present. 1 mole lang yung binigay. Next example, we have methane. So, methane, we have the chemical formula. Importante talaga yung chemical formula. So, dapat alam natin kung ano yung symbol ng mga elements. So, we have to know the symbol of the elements so that we can easily locate it from the periodic table, and so that we can get the right atomic number for that element present sa molecule. So, we have CH4. So, 1 mole lang yan lahat. Isang molecule ng methane, 1 mole lang ang binigay. Now, we have here, paano kukunin yung kanyang molecular weight at molar mass? So, same process lang sila, yung unit lang ang nagkaiba. So, ganito yon. Tagalog mo ko eh. This is what we are going to do. We are going to separate by element. We have C and H. Diba? We have 2 elements present in methane. We have carbon and hydrogen. So, how many atoms is present in carbon? We have 1. Okay? How about sa hydrogen? So, we have 4. Indicated H4. So, yung subscript niya, it indicates the number of atoms in that element. Now, we have 4. Now, you already know their number of atoms. So, just by looking at the chemical formula. Next is, tagsa-tagsaon or 1 by 1, you're going to multiply their respective atomic number of atoms by their atomic mass. So, again, the atomic mass can be found in the periodic table. So, we have for carbon, we have 12. For hydrogen, we have 1, right? So, multiply mo lang yung lahat. For carbon, we have 12. For hydrogen, we have 4. Now, you get the total. Kasi isang molecule siya. It's because it is in a molecule, so you are going to add the products. So we have 16. Now, if you are asked for the molecular weight, you are going to write 16 grams. But if you are asked for the molar mass, then you are going to write 16 grams per mole. Okay, did you get it? Okay, so reminder again. So remember, most of two different substances will not necessarily have the same molecular weight. But if given that different substances have 1 mole, they are equivalent to 6.02 times 10 raised to 23. Remember that to get the molecular weight of a compound or an element, simply calculate the total atomic masses of the atoms within a molecular formula. Diba nagtotal ta ganina? Again, note that ionic compounds do not form a molecule. Ionic compounds like NaCl, but a formula unit, and that its mass is called formula weight or formula mass for ionic compounds. So aside from mass, a mole can also be quantified in terms of volume. Example, we have molar volume. A mole of a gas occupies a volume of 22.4 liters at standard temperature and pressure, or STP. Say for example, a mole of helium gas has 6.02 times 10 raised to 23 atoms, a molar mass of 4 grams per mole, and a volume of 22.4 liters.
Okay, so for example, we have potash ash, or we have the chemical formula, we have K2CO3, and the chemical name for this is potassium carbonate. Okay, so we are going to get the molar mass or the molecular weight. So this is the process, the example. So first we are going to, of course, get the chemical formula. Since there naman tayo chemical formula, which is this one, tagsatagsaon na to kada element. So i-list all the elements. We have K for potassium, we have carbon, ayos sa i-mind ang numbers na present, ang elements ha, and we have oxygen. Next is, you write how many atoms each element has. So we have potassium na siya duha, carbon isa, kaya wala siya number, and oxygen has 3. Now, this number of atoms, we are going to multiply it with the atomic mass. So the atomic mass can be found in your periodic table. Now, we are going to use whole numbers, or you can use apil tong na ay kanang decimal point para exact kayo, pero pwede ra o katong whole number ha, round, okay? So, potassium has atomic mass of 39, so multiply nato by 39. Carbon 12, and then oxygen has 16, yung atomic mass. Then get the products. So we have here 78, 12, and 48. So in getting the molar mass, we are going to get the total products of the elements, products sa number of atoms of atomic mass sa kada element. So get the total of that, and then we come up to 138. So yun na nakakasayon. If it is a molar mass, you are going to have the unit grams per mole. If it is a molecular weight, this is molar mass, molecular weight in grams. Okay? Okay, our next example is we have Epsom or magnesium sulfate na nasa water. So as you can see in the chemical formula, meron tayo dako nga numero. So this is called the coefficient. Okay? So these are the subscripts. Kailan ba lang may numero? The bigger one is the coefficient. Now, unsaan may gamit ng dako? So first, niya na natin may ato sa ilista kada element ka present magnesium, sulfur, oxygen, hydrogen, and oxygen. Pero pwede kasi iusap po niya oxygen. Pero para di ka maglibog, ganiron, hangal maglahi. Okay? So you have magnesium, how many atoms? Isa. Sulfur, 1. Oxygen, 4. Now in this molecule, kining water, there is a coefficient of 7. I say 7. Meaning there are 7 water molecules. So this coefficient, if you're going to get the final number of atoms in each element, you are going to distribute it. Multiply na nimo diha. Because there are 7 water molecules. Meaning ang atong hydrogen na atom, dili lang 2, but 7 times 2, which is 14. And oxygen 1 times 7, we have 7. Okay? Managamit sa coefficient. Now, then, kining number of atoms na ito nakuha, we are going to multiply it with their atomic mass. So, magnesium, we have 24. Sulfur, we have 32. Oxygen, 16. Hydrogen, 1. Oxygen, 16. Okay, nakita? So, get the product. We have 24, 32, 64, 14, and 112. Okay, then get the sum, the total of the products of these elements. So we have 246. So if we are going to find the molar mass, we have 246 grams per mole. So in conclusion, we have 246 grams per mole is, the molar mass of the magnesium sulfate or the Epsom is 246 grams per mole. Then if we are going to get the molecular weight, we have 246 grams per mole is the 246 grams is the molecular weight of the magnesium sulfate or the Epsom.
Now, answer the following for your activity.